Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krause.
And a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a beautiful night here in Edmonton. It's the Stingers and the Trappers in Game 4 of a 6-game series between the two North Division rivals. Steve Krause with you from Telus Field in Edmonton, where the Stingers and Trappers are getting ready for tonight's game in this final ever series between the two franchises. As again, the Edmonton Trappers will be relocating to the Round Rock, Texas area next year. But Stingers and Trappers battling here. The Stingers have won 2 out of 3 so far in this series, including a split of the doubleheader yesterday, with Edmonton claiming Game 1 by a final score of 3-1. As Steve Green pitched well, but did not get the win. He suffered his 10th straight loss and drops to 5-17 on the year. While Seung Song out of South Korea got the win. He's 3-1. But the Stingers were able to bounce back in the nightcap and defeat the Trappers by a final score of 5-1. Dallas McPherson went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles, 1 run scored, and 2 runs batted in. Brian Gordon also hit a long 2-run homer during the game as well, as Derek Turnbow, Brandon Emanuel, and Ben Weber combined on a 4-hitter, allowing only 1 run, striking out 8 and walking 2. So the Stingers now 52-81 on the season, while the Trappers fell to 64-69. Edmonton with an 8-5 lead in the season series after the win in Game 1 and the loss in Game 2 yesterday. As we mentioned, a beautiful day for baseball, bright sunshine here in Edmonton. The dire forecast earlier in the week before we came to Edmonton, but the weather has been outstanding for the first 3 days of our final visit to the Alberta capital. The pitching matchup for tonight's game for the Stingers, it's going to be right-hander Jason Middlebrook with a record of 7-7. And for the Trappers, it'll be right-hander Doug Sessions. His record is 0-3. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Pacific Coast League standings, update that tight race in the top part of the North Division right after this on ESPN 1230.
This is Dale Shanzi from Totally Awesome Computers. And computers, it's very important that you get good service with it. So I was going to show you how pathetic Dell support is by calling them live on the air to give you a demonstration, but there's no way I've been able to get a hold of them in the time it takes to make this commercial. So let me just call a Totally Awesome computer store and show you how service is supposed to be done, where you have real people answer the phone. Check this out. This is a real call.
Totally Awesome Computers, this is Andy. We can do anything for you to love you. How may I help you?
Hi there. Hey, do you guys cover viruses under your warranty?
We sure do. We'll take care of that for you.
Really? What if I don't want to do anything and I don't want to download stuff? Can I just bring it to you and have you just take care of it for me?
I would love to do that for you.
What's that cost?
It's free. It's no charge. It's under warranty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you see the difference? At Totally Awesome Computers, we actually have service.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. That's right, with an average of 4.3 smiles per customer, a whopping 5.7 bags per order, and a lightning 11 seconds per price check, Goodwill is setting new standards for grocery stores everywhere. Recruited by all of the nation's top grocers, Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. To meet Andy Goodwill or any of his teammates, visit any of the Associated Food Stores throughout Utah. For your family, only the best.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the phone booth at Edmonton, where starting pitcher Doug Sessions has begun his warm-ups down the left field line for the Trappers, and Jason Middlebrook is about to get his pregame warm-up underway down the right field line for the Salt Lake Stingers. It's time now to check out the PCL standings. Brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores, featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. First of all, in the North Division, Tacoma and Portland split their doubleheader, each taking a game by a final score of 3-2 yesterday. So Tacoma still leads Portland by just 1/2 game in the Pacific Coast League standings. In the North Division, Edmonton 11.5 back. The Stingers well out of it at 23.5 back. In the South, not much of a race left there. Sacramento leading Tucson by 7.5. Las Vegas and Fresno are both out of it. In the East, Oklahoma appears to be the first team getting ready to clinch their division title, as they have a 10-game lead at this point with 10 games remaining, as they have that lead over Memphis. New Orleans and Nashville are both 17 games off the pace. And in the Central Division, Colorado Springs still trying to make a race of it. They pulled to within 4 yesterday when Iowa split a doubleheader, while the Sky Sox were beating Albuquerque. So the Sky Sox just 4 games back. Omaha trails by 10.5, and Albuquerque is 11.5 games off the pace. On the schedule for tonight, they played 1 inning at Nashville. The Sounds lead New Orleans by a score of 7-1 as they came up with a big first inning. After 2, Iowa leads at Omaha by a score of 2-0. Later on, Memphis is at Oklahoma. Albuquerque hosts Colorado Springs. Tucson is at Sacramento. Portland visits Tacoma. And Las Vegas plays host to the Fresno Grizzlies. And that's a look at the standings and schedule of the Pacific Coast League, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores. We'll update you on the big league scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
When it comes to things you look forward to, your 25th anniversary is a big one. The Centennial celebration will only happen once in a lifetime, as the truck fans already know. Last year was the 100th anniversary of Ford Motor Company, and more important to us Ford folks is Westland Ford's 25th year in business in Ogden, and in the 120 years of our management experience gained right here at Westland, and you start to see what that means to our customers. Westland Ford, the rock-solid family-owned business backed by Ford's 101 years. One dealership can mean that much for our town, and there's never been a better time to buy a new car, Super Duty, SUV, or brand spanking used car. During our 25th anniversary sales going on now, rebates up to $6,000 with 0% interest. OAC. See your salesman for all details. Westland Ford, 450 Wall Avenue in Ogden.
Find freedom from big city prices during the 3rd annual Ford Freedom Sale at your hometown friendly Ford dealers. Crandall, Ford, Mercury, Park City, Smith Ford, Sandy Ford, Lake Ford, Eber City. Lower overhead means lower prices, and Ford's Freedom Sale means now is the time to buy. Find freedom from interest with no interest on Ford Explorers and Expeditions. Find freedom from payments with no payments until the end of the year. No cash down on approved credit means total financial freedom. Crandall Ford, Smith Ford, and Wright Ford have 150 years combined experience selling and servicing Ford trucks. See them for the redesigned Ford F-150 Super Cab, Motor Trend Truck of the Year, with savings up to $10,000. Yes, $10,000. Find freedom from big city prices during the 3rd annual Ford Freedom Sale at your hometown friendly Ford dealers. Crandall, Ford, Mercury, Park City, Smith Ford, Spanish Ford, Wright Ford, Eber City. The 3rd annual Ford Freedom Sale ends September 6th. See dealer for details. Financing provided by Ford Motor Credit.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Telus Field at Edmonton, where the Stingers and Trappers are getting ready for tonight's game. Let's take a look now at what's happening as far as Major League Baseball. As always, a full slate on a Friday night around baseball. Let's start in the American League with the Red Sox starting to breathe down the neck to the New York Yankees. Have taken a 5-1 lead over the Detroit Tigers. That's in the bottom of the 5th at Fenway. After 5.5 innings.
Your dog eats your new sofa. Pet satisfaction rating 3%. Your hairdresser doesn't know burnt auburn from burnt toast. Hair color satisfaction rating 5%. After years of marriage, your husband still leaves the seat up. Spouse satisfaction rating -2%. Your car insurance company saves you hundreds of dollars and handles your claim quickly and fairly. Car insurance satisfaction rating 97%. Oh, You must have Geico.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico. 1-800-947-AUTO.
Hey, Carrot Top here with 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls on my new show, The Dating Call, where I get to choose from 3 lovely girls. Okay, lady number 1, what do you think of when I say dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT?
I think of little cuddly puppies.
Right. Okay, lady number 2.
It's free for you and cheap for them.
Cue the music, we got a winner. Come on, number 2.
To make a collect call, just dial down the center with 1-800-CALL-ATT and save on every call.
Savings versus dialing 0 with MCI for interstate calls.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry. I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything's possible.
And welcome back to Telus Field. Before we give you the starting lineups for tonight's game, let's enjoy the Canadian National Anthem. Canadian National Anthem from Edmonton's Telus Field. The Stingers and Trappers just a few minutes away from getting started, so let's give you tonight's starting lineup brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Brumley. Leading off, the shortstop, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the right fielder, Shane Halter. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Kochman. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Dallas McPherson. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Andres Galarraga. Batting sixth, the catcher, Will Nieves. Hitting seventh, the center fielder, Brian Gordon. Batting eighth and playing second base, Alex Pelaez. And hitting ninth is the left fielder, Gary Johnson. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander, Jason Middlebrook. For the homestanding Edmonton Trappers, managed by Dave Huppert. Leading off, the center fielder, Brandon Watson. Batting second, the shortstop, Anthony Medrano. Hitting third and playing third base, Brendan Harris. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Valentino Pascucci. Hitting fifth, the left fielder, Matt Sapicki. Hitting sixth and playing first base, Luis Ortiz. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brian Harris. Hitting eighth and designated hitter for this game will be the longtime veteran catcher, Randy Knorr. And hitting ninth is the catcher, John Wilson. Pitching for Edmonton will be right-hander Doug Sessions. The umpires going over the ground rules with the two managers at home plate as assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Travis Reiniger is behind the plate. David Ashwig is at first base, and Cameron Keller is the arbiter over at third. It's the Stingers and the Trappers. Game 4 of a 6-game series coming up next. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the on-deck circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whatever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer, says,
don't be left out.
Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Log on to 1320kfan.com for your chance to win a monthly family fun pack or a trip for 4 to Disneyland, courtesy of Morris Murdoch Travel, where you can fly to Disneyland starting at $293, complete with air, hotel, and park passes.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a beautiful night here in Edmonton. The Stingers and the Trappers continuing this long 6-game series. This is Game 4. The Stingers have won 2 out of the first 3 in this battle between the top affiliates of the Anaheim Angels and the Montreal Expos. Matter of fact, the Angels were affiliated with Edmonton prior to the Stingers picking up the affiliation during the 2001 season. Speaking of affiliations, the Portland Beavers today extended theirs for another 2 years with the San Diego Padres. I think that's just a windfall from having Tacoma re-up for 2 years with Seattle, because there was some talk that Seattle would wind up in Portland and that the Padres would wind up in Seattle for a year before that team relocated to Reno, but all of that's on hold as there was a 1-year lease extension between the Rainiers and the city of Tacoma, and so those teams, or that team I should say, will stay at Cheney Stadium at least through the 2006 season. As we mentioned, a pretty night here in Edmonton, a little bit of a breeze, and it's blowing in here at Telus Field. 340 down the left field line here in Edmonton, 320 down the right field stripe, and it's 420 feet to straightaway center field. Just waiting for the Trappers to take the field, and we'll be ready to go on this Friday night. Again, 2 more games after this one, and then the Stingers will bid adieu to the Alberta capital. Tomorrow night, again, a 7:05 first pitch with a 6:45 on-deck circle. And then Sunday afternoon at 1:35, we'll be on the air at 1:15 as the Edmonton Trappers take the field for tonight's game in their home white with the forest green numerals and lettering trimmed in gold and white. The Stingers wearing their sleeveless road gray uniforms with the red sleeves underneath, red numerals and lettering trimmed in navy blue. Let's take a look at the Edmonton defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Matt Sapicki is in left field. Brendan Watson is in center. And Valentino Pascucci is in right. Brendan Harris at third. Anthony Medrano at short. Ryan Harris at second base. And Luis Ortiz is at first. The battery of Doug Sessions pitching and John Wilson catching. For Sessions, this will be his 11th appearance for Edmonton, his 6th start. He has, in 28 and 2/3 innings, given up 37 hits, 26 runs, 25 of them earned. He has struck out 20 and walked 8. He's hit 2 batters. He has not thrown a wild pitch, and he has surrendered 5 home runs. Sessions is 0-3 with a 7.85 earned run average. The PCL hitting .319 against right-hander Doug Sessions, who began the year with New Orleans, got roughed up there before being released, and then signed as a free agent by Montreal. He has no decisions with an ERA of 6 as a member of the Trappers. The throw down to second by John Wilson. The ball's being tossed around the infield, so we're ready to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Friday night from Edmonton. Leading things off for the Stingers will be the shortstop, Zach Sorensen. The former Highland High star, batting .309, 14 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 34 runs batted in for Zach. 2 hits and 11 at-bats so far in this series. First pitch on the way from Sessions is a fastball high and outside. The left-hand batter, ball 1, and we are underway. The 1 ball, no strikes the count. Next pitch, a breaking ball low and inside. 20 degrees Celsius, the game time temperature. I believe that's 68 degrees on the Fahrenheit sign. Now the 2-0 pitch on the way. Strikes the knees, 2-1. I guess I could check for sure. For the first year of the Buzz back in 1994, we made the visits to 3 different Canadian cities at that point. Edmonton, Vancouver, and Calgary. As Sorensen lifts 1 foul out of play first base side, and I was confused by the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius and the other way around, and had a fan send me a pocket-size, wallet-size conversion chart for temperatures that I have kept over these 11 years. So the 2-2 pitch on the way, and Sorensen lifts one in the air to shallow left field. The shortstop Medrano out. The left fielder Sapicki coming in, and Sapicki with the call and the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Shane Halter, the right fielder, batting .270. 6 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Halter, 1 for 6 with a double in this series. 20 degrees Celsius is indeed 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, though after Sunday, won't need that conversion chart anymore. So 1 out, first pitch to Halter, outside at the knees, ball 1. Doug Sessions on the mound, 6'1", 205, in his 7th year, born in Charleston, South Carolina, now called Orange Park, Florida home, as Halter grounds 1 foul outside the bag at third. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards right for Halter. Shane, a veteran of 678 Major League games played. The 1-1 pitch, Halter tries to bunt his way on, pops it up in front of the plate, and it's caught by the catcher Wilson for out number 2. Halter tried to surprise the Edmonton defense there, but he got underneath that ball and popped it straight into the air in front of home plate. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Casey Kochman, batting .362. 21 doubles, 4 homers, and 35 runs batted in. 3 for 11 in this series with a double and an RBI. Outfield swung around towards right, playing as a pull hitter. Sessions' delivery is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sessions, 1 appearance against the Stingers this year. There's a pitch high for a ball, 2-0. It was here in that June 30th, July 1st combination game that was suspended after 4 innings. He gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in 2 innings and was not involved in the decision. 2-0 pitch on the way is low for a ball, and it's 3-0. Mike Brumley, Stingers manager, coaching over at third base with Jim Efford over at first. Now the 3-0 pitch on the way. Down the middle of fastball at the knees, a strike, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Hutchman waiting. Now Sessions into his motion, the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's lifted in the air towards right, down into the corner. Pascucci drifting into foul territory, into the Stingers bullpen. He makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Stingers in the first. So after 1/2 inning of play, it's Salt Lake nothing, and Edmonton's coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected. Stay connected with Connected Wireless.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go now to the bottom of the first inning. No score. And defensively for the Stingers, let's check their alignment courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Gary Johnson in left, Brian Gordon in center, and Shane Holters in right. Dallas McPherson at third, Zach Sorensen at short, Alex Pelaez at second, and Casey Kotzman is at first. A battery of Jason Middlebrook pitching and Will Nieves catching. For Jason Middlebrook, this will be his 27th start in 138 in the third innings. He's given up 196 hits, 112 runs, 106 of them earned. His first pitch to Brandon Watson is a sinker low, ball 1. Middlebrook has struck out 88, walked 44. He's won 7 and lost 7 with a 6.90 earned run average. PCL hitting .334 against Middlebrook, and there's a fastball strike in the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Brandon Watson at the plate hitting .283, 14 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 38 runs batted in. An unbelievable 7 for 10 so far in this series, a 1-1. Middlebrook's fastball inside at the knees. Ball 2, Watson moved into the leadoff spot. My Series Taurus called up to the big leagues today with the injury to Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop for the Expos. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Watson lines one towards the alley in left center field. A long run for Brian Gordon, but he gets there and makes the bill of the cap high catch for out number 1. So Watson's retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Anthony Medrano. Medrano batting .307, 24 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 38 runs batted in. 2 for 12 with a double and an RBI so far in this series. So Jason Middlebrook getting the start here. Now the right-hander winds. First pitch to Medrano is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Middlebrook coming off a no decision in his last start on August the 22nd against Las Vegas. Lasted just 2 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits with 3 strikeouts and a walk. Changeup misses outside at the knees. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. He's 1-0 against Edmonton this year with a victory on the 17th of August. Going 8 innings, giving up just 2 runs on 9 hits. The 2-0 delivery, and Medrano pops it up foul to the right of home plate, up into the seats of the counts, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield, a couple of steps around towards right. For the right-handed hitting Medrano, the 2-1 home. Swung on, and that sliced foul down into the picnic area, down the right field side. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Medrano, a long-time minor leaguer in his 12th professional season, has never gotten a call-up. 2 years ago, he delivered his 1,000th career minor league hit. He first broke into AAA in 1997 with Omaha. 2-2 pitch is cued off the end of the bat foul at the first base side as Medrano is out in front of a changeup. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Stingers, 2 more games here, then they head home for the final home series of the season, Monday through Thursday against the Tucson Sidewinders. Now the 2-2 pitch from Middlebrook. Fastball grounded toward third. Backing up on it, McPherson has it. The long throw across, on targeted in time for out number 2. So Dallas kind of got caught on the in-between bounce, but was able to stay with it and get the out. Now here's Brendan Harris, the third baseman, hitting .305 overall this year. 24 doubles, a triple, 16 homers, 53 runs batted, and he's hitting .290 as a trapper. after hitting .311. Here's a swing and a ground liner caught by the shortstop Sorensen. Tough at this time of the day to see the ball against the carpet. It was a line drive right at Zach Sorensen, and the Trappers are up and down in order in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After one, there's no score at Callis Field in Edmonton on ESPN 1230.
What can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence. Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the second inning. No scores. Each team went up and down in order in their halves of the first inning. Now it's Dallas McPherson, Andres Galarraga, and Will Nieves up to face right-hander Doug Sessions here in the second inning. McPherson, 3 for 4 in Game 2 yesterday with 3 doubles. Takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. McPherson batting .323 overall, 17 doubles, 8 triples, 18 homers, 54 runs batted in. Next pitch misses low for a ball. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count to the left-hand batter. Now the pitch. And it's a breaking ball in at the knees. A strike in the count on McPherson's 1-2. A 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The outfield shaded towards left just a bit for Dallas. 1-2 pitch is grounded foul at the first base side. The count remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the left-hand batter. No score. Each team up and down in order in the first. McPherson at the plate, 5 out of 11 so far in this series. The pitch, swinging a ground foul. Once again over towards the Stingers dugout at first. The count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 on Dallas. Fans trying to cheer on their pitcher Sessions here with the hand claps. Now the right-hander ready, the 1-2. McPherson swings and lifts one in the air down the left field line, slicing towards the corner, and it goes foul. Oh, the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Stingers hosting Tucson. Monday night is the final family night of the season. Mom, Dad, and all the kids in the immediate household get into General Reserve seating together for just $10 up to a total of 7 folks. 1-2 pitch, and McPherson reaches out on a changeup, gets a piece of it, stays alive. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. McPherson overall this year hitting .420 against Edmonton pitching, 21 for 50. The pitch, swinging a ground ball through the legs of the pitcher Sessions and out into center field for a base hit. So that one right through the wicket into center field. Fortunately for Sessions, it wasn't a bouncing ball. It was a grounder. Brings up Andres Galarraga, the designated hitter, batting .341. 3 doubles, 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Galarraga, 5 for 11 in this series. He's batting over .500 against Edmonton pitching, 15 for 29. Infield, a double play depth as Sessions deals a fastball inside, leading Galarraga back out of the way for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count on the big cat, who would like to be called up now, but it appears the Angels won't make the move until rosters expand on September the 1st. Toss to first and the runner's back. The bad thing for Galarraga would be that if you're not called up until September the 1st, then you're not eligible for the postseason. You have to be called up by the 31st of August, or you're not eligible. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. Andres way out in front of that slow bending curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Galarraga, who's hit safely in his last 4 ball games. Now Sessions ready. Good size lead at first, and he notices that, and so McPherson is drawn back to the bag by a toss over. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Galarraga. 15 runs batted in for Andres and 21 in the Stingers uniform. There's a sinker low, 2-1 the count on the big cat. Galarraga first signed by the Expos in 1979. And did not play the first few months of this year as he was coming back for his from his second bout of fighting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Big cut comes up empty, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Outfield playing Galarraga to pull towards left. Will Nieves, the catcher, on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Curveball into the dirt. Blocked for the catcher. Wilson sliding across to his right, and that fills the count at 3-2. Well, let's see now if Mike Crumley rolls the dice here and sends McPherson to try to stay out of the ground ball double play, risking the strike him out, throw him out double play. Now Sessions ready. There goes McPherson. The pitch is drilled, and a backhand scoop for the second baseman Harris, and double play. Thought it may be short hop, but Harris was able to make the play, and there's a situation where that ball gets through if McPherson's not running. He was running, and that threw Harris towards the bag to take a potential throw, and that put him right in the flight path of that sinking line drive. So it's officially a line out and a 4-3 double off of McPherson over at first base. So just like that, 2 outs, nobody on base for Will Nieves, hitting .289. 19 doubles, 7 triples, 10 homers, 49 runs batted in for Will. Galarraga scalded that ball, but Ken Harris was moving right into the path of it. There's a breaking ball downstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, hosting the Twins tonight at the Big A. 1-0 pitch on the way. Nieves spritzes one up the alley in right center field. A long run for Watson. He's not going to get there as he dives, and the ball rolls behind him, picked up by Pascucci. Nieves takes the turn at second. He's racing for third. Here's Harris's throw, not in time. It'll go as Nieves' 8th triple of the season, as he rocketed one up the alley in right center field. And his previous career high was 3 triples in a season. That's his 8th. And that moves him into a tie for 3rd in the league in 3 base hits. Hit number 2 of the ball game for the Stingers, who now have that runner at 3rd with 2 out. And the batter will be Brian Gordon, the center fielder, hitting .262. 23 doubles, 3 triples, 20 homers, 64 runs batted in. First pitch to Brian. Breaking ball low and inside. Ball 1. Gordon 3 for 10 in this series with a homer and 3 RBI. Yesterday's doubleheader was precipitated by the power failure that we had here on July 2nd due to a lightning bolt hitting a transformer across the street as Gordon swings, and it's a three-hopper to second. Brian Harris up with it, the toss to first. In time for the out. More on that the next time Brian Gordon comes to the plate. No runs in the inning on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. And after an inning and a half, it's still the Stingers nothing, Edmonton nothing on ESPN 1230.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whenever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer, says,
don't be left out.
Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Log on to 1320kfan.com for your chance to win a monthly family fun pack or a trip for 4 to Disneyland, courtesy of Morris Murdoch Travel, where you can fly to Disneyland starting at $293 complete with air, hotel, and park passes. 2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Certified Shred. I think I had that for breakfast here this morning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Stingers have the only 2 hits. It'll be Valentino Pascucci, Matt Sapicki, and Luis Ortiz, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the Edmonton order to face right-hander Jason Middlebrook. It's also time to find out what else has happened on this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Stebbins Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stebbins where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. Valentino Pascucci to lead things off for Edmonton, batting .295, 29 doubles, a triple, 25 homers, 87 runs batted in, 1 for 11 in this series. With a double at 2 RBI, both runs batted in coming in game 1 last night as the first pitch of the fastball low and outside of the right-handed batter for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That one bounces in, a breaking ball, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strike. On this date in 2000, the Angels edged the Indians 10-9 as Tim Salmon hits his 30th home run of the year in the 5th inning. Anaheim becoming the first team in American League history to have 4 players reach the 30 home run mark in a single season. 2-0 pitch is just a little bit low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. The others were Troy Gloss, Mo Vaughn, and Garrett Anderson. 3 balls, no strikes to Pascucci. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Pascucci to be followed by Matt Sapicki and Luis Ortiz. Three and 1 the count on the big right-hand batter, 6'6", 235 in his 6th year. Takes a breaking ball low and outside. Ball 4, and the Trappers have their first base runner on a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Matt Sapicki, the left fielder, hitting .257. 14 doubles, 2 triples, 12 homers, 59 runs batted in. Sapicki 2 for 14 in this series with a triple and 3 runs batted in. No runner at first base, nobody out. On this date in 1988, Tommy Lasorda won his 1,000th game as manager of the Dodgers as L.A. tops Philadelphia 4-2. Pitch on the way, and Sapicki takes a strike, 0-1. Sapicki again just 2 for 14 in this series, and he has really struggled defensively, having committed 3 errors in left field, and could have been charged with a 4th yesterday. 1 strike the count on Sapicki. Pascucci with a good-sized lead over at first. That right foot nearly on the carpet. The pitch. A sinker low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On this date in 1982, Ricky Henderson stole 4 bases in Oakland's 5-4 loss to Milwaukee to raise his total to 122 and break Lou Brock's single-season record of 118. Now time called as the left-handed hitting Sapicki steps out of the batter's box. Middlebrook doubled over, looking in, getting the sign. Now Jason's pitch. Fastball high, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. No score, bottom of the second, but the Trappers have a runner at first on a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. Outfield playing Sapicki to pull a bit towards right. Now the 2-1 from Middlebrook. Swung on, that's pulled into right field, and it's in there for a base hit. Pascucci will stop at second base, and the Trappers are in business here in the second, with runners at first and second, and nobody out. Now here's Luis Ortiz, the first baseman, hitting .241, 6 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 24 runs batted in. He's 1 for 11 in this series. So 2 on, nobody out. Will Nieves with a quick visit to the mound to talk things over with Middlebrook. And Middlebrook 1-0 in 2 starts against Edmonton. Both of them at Franklin Covey Field. So nobody out, 2 runners on. Middlebrook ready, and the first pitch to Ortiz. A strike at the knees, 0-1. On July 16th against Edmonton, he gave up 2 runs on 8 hits in 6 innings, but was not involved in the decision. Again, beating Edmonton on 2 runs on 9 hits in 8 innings his last time out. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop by Nieves, sliding across to his right, keeping the runners at first and second, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one the count. Middlebrook, after a 1-2-3 first, finding himself in trouble here in the second. Now Jason ready, the pitch. Sinks down low and outside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count on Ortiz. This Edmonton ball club, 5 games under 500. For a while there, they made a run in the early part of August. Actually, I believe took the lead for a day or two before slipping down with all the changes being made by Montreal. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and sliced foul. Out of play down the right field side. 2 balls, 1 strike. They actually were in first place for parts of 7 days, leading by as many as 2 full games. Now the pitch. Breaking ball to the dirt, and that fills the count at 3-2. But then they went on a skid in which they lost 5 in a row on 2 separate occasions within a 3-week period, and fell out of contention in the PCL North. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. The pitch. Swung on and chopped up the middle. The second baseman, Pelaez, flips to Sorensen for 1 to throw to first, a double play. Pascucci advances to third, but the Stingers get a pitcher's best friend there. 4-6-3 double play. And with that twin killing, another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of the Taco Maker. So with 2 outs and a runner at third, the batter will be the second baseman, Brian Harris, hitting .302. 13 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 30 runs batted in. Harris 2 for 5 so far in this series. So the go-ahead run now 90 feet away for the Trappers, but there are 2 outs. Middlebrook ready, the pitch. That's a fastball strike that slices the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. On a true bounces to turn double plays here as it's an artificial turf infield with a natural grass outfield. 0-1. Breaking ball, strike to the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Brian Harris. former amateur baseball teammate of the Cardinals' Scott Rowland when they played for a touring team known as the Indiana Bulls. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and Harris swings and lifts it in the air to left center field. Coming in for it is Brian Gordon, the center fielder, cutting across in front of the left fielder Johnson to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. After 2 complete innings of play here at Edmonton, it remains the Stingers nothing, the Trappers nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected. Stay connected with Connected Wireless.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We move to the 3rd inning now here in Edmonton. No score. And the 3rd inning, as always, is brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. Small groups are welcome with fantastic discounts available. First pitch to Alex Pelaez, sinks low, ball 1. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. 1-0 pitch to Pelaez on the way, swinging a ground ball towards the hole, cut off by the third baseman Harris, who spins and throws to first in time for the out. Nice play by Harris over at third to retire Pelaez. Brings up Gary Johnson, the left fielder, hitting .247. 13 doubles, 4 triples, 5 homers, 32 runs batted in. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight at the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. A 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Gary Johnson on the way. Bounces in for ball 1. Nashville with a 7-run first has jumped all over New Orleans, leading the Zephyrs 11-2 going into the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch, curveball, low and inside to the left-hand batter. The count on Gary, 2 balls and no strikes. After 4 at Omaha, it's Iowa 2 and Omaha 2. Nothing in yet on Memphis at Oklahoma. Colorado Springs at Albuquerque. Later on, Tucson at Sacramento, Portland at Tacoma, and Fresno at Las Vegas as Sessions catches the outside corner at Belize with a strike. The count's 2-1. American League, they've played 8 at Fenway. The Red Sox leading the Tigers 5-3. Now the 2-1. Swinging a one-hopper back to the hill. Sessions has it, and the flip to first in plenty of time for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake 3rd. At the top of the order, and Zach Sorensen, who flied out to left his first time up. Carlos Delgado with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th. The Blue Jays, though, still trail the Yankees 8-7. Derek Jeter, Hideki Matsui, and Bernie Williams have gone deep for New York. Cleveland scored 5 in the first and made it hold up. They beat the White Sox 6-3. Now the pitch to Sorensen, and it's a change-up high, ball 1. Bottom of the 5th at Arlington, Texas leads Baltimore 3-1. Later on, Minnesota at Anaheim. Seattle hosting Kansas City, and Tampa Bay at Oakland as Sorensen swings and fouls one back. Into the screen, and the count's even at 1-1. The National League, Pirates coming to bat in the bottom of the ninth. They trail the Cardinals 8-5. Jim Edmonds, a former Edmonton Trapper, with his 34th and 35th home runs of the season for St. Louis. Craig Wilson with his 25th for the Pirates. A 1-1 pitch on the way. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 1-2. In the ninth at Montreal, the Expos lead San Diego 10-3. Phillies knocked off the Brewers 6-1. Now the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, strike three called on the outside corner at the knees. First strikeout for Sessions, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 2.5, it's still Stingers nothing, Edmonton nothing on ESPN 1230.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out of here!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. During the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play.
$4,000 becomes $3,000 on all 04 Camrys. And your $500 becomes $1,500 on all 05 Camrys. And the new double play on all 04 Solaris, you put $1,500 down, and Carl Malone Toyota will match it for a total of $3,000 down.
Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence. Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We move to the bottom of the third in a 0-0 ball game. It'll be Randy Knorr, John Wilson, and Brandon Watson, the 8-9-1 hitters, to face right-hander Jason Middlebrook. Randy Knorr batting .276, 16 doubles, 2 homers, 37 runs batted in for the 19-year veteran. First pitch on the way, and Knorr takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Finishing up that major league scoreboard. Reds have just scored a run in the 8th to tie Arizona 3-3. Adam Dunn with his 38th home run of the season for Cincinnati. Bottom of the 7th at New York, the Mets lead the Dodgers 7-1 on the strength of a 6-run first inning. Al Valente has homered with a man on. It's 9-1 New York. Eric Valente's 9th of the season. The 0-1 pitch to Knorr, a fastball that sinks low. That evens the count at 1-1. Florida shuts out Colorado 3-0. Ismael Valdez and Armando Benitez combine on a 4-hitter. A 1-1 to Knorr. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the 7th at Atlanta. Braves lead 4-3 over the Giants. San Francisco scored 3 in the 6th. Barry Bonds with his 36th home run, but Chipper Jones homered. The Braves scored 4 in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 delivery, and North takes a strike. Felt high on the outside part of the plate. The count's even at 2-2. This afternoon, bench is emptied. No fight, though, but the Astros hammered the Cubs 15-7. 2-2 to North. Swings at a fastball on the outside corner and fouls it back. Carlos Beltran with a pair of home runs for Houston. Jeff Bagwell and Lance Berkman, as well as Jeff Kent, also went deep. Derek Lee and Nomar Garciaparra homered for the Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a foul over our heads and out of play. Giants could tie the Cubs with a wild card lead with a win over the Braves tonight. San Diego, it appears, I should say, will stay 2 back, losing at Montreal to the Expos. 2-2 to Knorr again. Swung on, and that's fouled off out of play over the roof. So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scott Downs, who was the scheduled starter for tomorrow for Edmonton, got the win for the Expos tonight. Again, the 2-2, and this one's driven in the air towards right. Halter drifting back, has room, and at the edge of the track makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1. Noah retired, 1 away. That'll bring up John Wilson, the catcher. Wilson hitting .253, 4 doubles, 3 homers, and 8 runs batted in. 1 for 7 so far in the series. As of right now, tomorrow's starter for Edmonton is yet to be determined. Jake Woods will go for the Stingers. There's a pitch lined into right field, a base hit. Wilson going the other way with that one and punching it in between the second baseman Pelaez and the first baseman Kochman. There's the second hit of the ball game for the Trappers. That'll bring up Brandon Watson, who lined out to Brian Gordon in left center field his first time up. One of the few times Stingers pitching has been able to retire Watson in the series. Again, this third inning brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Pitch on the way. Watson drags one up the first base side. Kochman comes to get it and applies the tag for the out. On the play, though, Wilson goes to second. So the first base unassisted. 2 outs. Tried to drag bunt to get on, but you really got to deaden it on this carpet, and it bounced quickly out to Kochman. So 2 outs for Anthony Medrano, who grounded out to third his first time up. No score. Each team with 2 hits. The Trappers with a go-ahead run at second now, with 2 outs here in the third. Now Middlebrook from the stretch, ready to pitch. Sinks down low and outside the right-hand batter. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Got back to the hotel after the game last night, and they had some highlights on of yesterday's Canadian Football League game between Montreal and Winnipeg. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Medrano. There's a fastball outside, 2-0. And, of course, I expected with Montreal to see former Utah State Aggie quarterback Anthony Calvillo, who had a nice night, and former BYU wide receiver Ben Cahoon on the team. But over on the Winnipeg side, that was another story. The 2-0 pitch on the way. A strike at the knees, 2-1. Former BYU offensive lineman who I think predates the national championship team, Mo El-Wanibi, is playing. But, of course, at one time he was a big tackle in the NFL. Right now he is a center in the CFL. The 2-1 pitch on the way, and it's a little bit low. Breaking ball, 3-1, the count on Medrano. Don't know how old Mo is, but he's got to be up there. He's got to be at least 40, I would think. CFL sprinkled with players from Utah, Utah State, BYU, and Weber State. 3-1 delivery. Medrano takes low, ball 4. That's the second walk issued by Middlebrook. And so now the Trappers have runners at first and second with 2 out. The batter will be Brendan Harris. Harris lined out for the shortstop Sorensen his first time up. Two on, 2 out here in the third. Trappers trying to snap the scoreless tie. Wilson at second, Medrano at first. The pitch, a breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Middlebrook doubled over, looking in for the sign, taking too much time, and so Harris steps out on him. Now Harris back in the batter's box waiting. Right-hand hitter awaits the 0-1 from Middlebrook. Swing and a miss at a big bending curveball. The count's 0-2. Well, that one had some nasty movement on that pitch. Now 2 strikes to count on Harris. He's hitting .305 so far this year, and he entered this season with a .302 career average in the minors through his first 3 seasons. Now the 2-strike pitch. High and outside of ball 1 and 2. So Harris has been consistent with his numbers regardless of what level he's been at, although his power numbers are up this year. Although he only has one more RBI than he had all of last year at AA West Tennessee, although he has 11 more home runs. 1-2 to Harris. Fastball in on his fist, but he fights it off and fouls it back for a strike. 1-2 the count. No score, bottom of the third. Now Middlebrook ready. The 1-2. Swinging a foul off again to the right up into the seats. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away for Harris, who has a couple of home runs against the Stingers this year, both to the opposite field and right. Now the pitch swung on. It's hit in the air to right field. Down the line, towards the corner. Halter's there, and he makes the catch to retire the side right in fair territory near the 320 sign in the right field corner. No runs out of all that on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners were left on base. At the end of 3, it's still the Stingers nothing, Edmonton nothing on ESPN 1230.
Pick up in the front lot.
The car buying experience is just like a casino. The dealer holds all the cards, and there is no way you can win the game.
Loser!
You know, I've always wondered why they call us dealers.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
My car dealership is focused on all the important details of your credit and car purchase. For example, the fault in the credit world. The fault in the credit world is no one takes the time to make sure your credit reads correctly. Your remedy and your solution for a negative on your credit rarely makes it past the creditor's books and computers. So what can you do? Marine Credit Systems will do that extra work to get you the best money available with the best conditions possible. And that's a must when you buy a car.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. No score. Each team with 2 hits. It'll be Shane Halter to lead things off, followed by Casey Kotzman and Dallas McPherson. As Doug Sessions has thrown 3 shutout innings, Stingers almost got to him in the second, but were unable to cash in. Now here's Shane Halter, who tried to bunt his way on in the first, but popped it up foul in front, popped it in fair territory, right in front of home plate, allowing the catcher Wilson to make an easy play. Pitch on the way, swinging a ground foul to the coach's box at third for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sessions ready to pitch. Curveball bounces in. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards the hole. Diving stop by Harris, but he deflects the ball into center field. Shortstop Medrano has to pick it up, trying for second is Halter, and he's an easy out. That'll likely go as a base hit, and then a 6-4 putout of Halter at second base as the third baseman Brenton Harris made a diving effort for it. Got a glove on it, deflected it into short center field. Halter thought he'd get the extra base out of it, but the shortstop Medrano was able to get over there quickly and flip to Harris, and they had Halter out by about 20 feet. So 1 out. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman, who flied out in foul territory down the right field line his first time up. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. I apologize to anybody out there who knows Mo Elwanibi. He's not as old as I thought he was. There's a pitch on the way. That's lined through the middle into center field for a base hit. The Stingers have their fourth hit of the ball game. Elwanibi was drafted in 1990 by both the Washington Redskins and the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League. He spent 4 years in the NFL, spent a year in the World League of American Football. Has been in the CFL since 1997. For some reason I thought he was a lot older than that, but again, Mo, I apologize. Then again, he's still playing professional football at the age of 38. Throw to first base, and Kochman is back. This may be a scary thought, fans, but I actually have the Canadian Football League website bookmarked on my computer. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in for a strike to McPherson. 0-1. He singled to center his first time up. That shouldn't say that all that loudly here. Of course, it was the Edmonton Eskimos of the CFL that sold this ball club to Nolan Ryan and his group down in Texas, forcing the move of this team after this year. There's a fastball high, 1-1. And Edmonton Eskimos are dirty words in the ears of the baseball fans around here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the infield double play depth. The pitch. McPherson takes a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Ken Halter led off with an infield single, but was thrown out trying to stretch it into 2. The ball was deflected into center field, and then Casey Kochman drilled a base hit to center. So he's at first with 1 out in a 0-0 game here in the 4th. Now the 1-2 pitch to McPherson on the way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left field. Matt Sapicki, the left fielder, coming in and over towards the line, is there, and he'll put it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring up Andres Galarraga, who scalded a baseball up the middle, but it was turned into a line-out double play. Although there is some question in the press box as to whether it hit or not. I don't believe it did. We're going to check with the umpires after the game to get an official ruling on that play, but for the time being, we'll have it as a line-out. With 2 outs and a runner at first. Sessions delivers. Swung on. That's looped into center field. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Kochman will stop at second base as Galarraga's aboard with a 2-out single. 5 hits in the ball game now for the Stingers. 3 of them in this inning, but they still have yet to dent the scoreboard. Now here's Will Nieves, who tripled up the alley in right center field. His first time up. Again, moving him into a tie for 3rd place in the league in triples with his teammate Adam Riggs, as well as Alexis Gomez of Omaha, Tacoma's Luis Uguero, Brian Church, formerly of Edmonton, Jerry Gill of Tucson, and teammate Dallas McPherson. Stingers with 3 different players with 8 triples each. First pitch to Nieves, a curveball and a beauty, in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 4th, no score here at Telus Field. Now Sessions ready with the 0-1. Bringing a ground ball to short. Medrano on one knee has it. He'll flip to the second baseman Harris for the force out on Galarraga. That ends the inning. Stingers no runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. And after 3.5, it's still Stingers nothing, Edmonton nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water. We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal opportunity lender.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Shots and fakes, roll the crowd down the hill.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting station.
Golf pros agree. To lower your score, improve your short game. The best course for that is the Jordan River Par 3, located at 1200 North Redwood Road. The Jordan River Par 3 golf course is just minutes from downtown and playable in about an hour. It's the best place to develop your short iron, chipping, and putting skills. And it's just $6 for 9 holes. It's the best golf value around. Small groups and church outings are welcome with fantastic group discounts available. For tee times, call 533-4527. That's 533-4527 or visit slc-golf.com.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still a 0-0 ball game. It'll be Valentino Pascucci to lead things off for Edmonton, followed by Matt Sapicki and Luis Ortiz. They are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the Edmonton batting order to face right-hander Jason Middlebrook. Pascucci walked his first time up, eventually advanced as far as third base, but was stranded there. Now the pitch on the way. Fastball a little bit high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Pascucci. Middlebrook ready, the pitch. Swung on, and that's crushed up the alley in right center field. A long run for Gordon and Halder. It one-hops the wall out there. Pascucci on his way to second with a leadoff double. Ball hit a long way into Death Valley here, and it one-hops the fence out there for a double. So now runner at second base, and nobody out. Matt Sapicki, the batter. So Edmonton trying to get on the board first here. Sapicki single to right his first time up. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by the Taco Maker. Burrito babies are the hottest item at Taco Maker. 3 crisp bean burrito babies, lightly fried in a half corn, half flour tortilla, filled with homemade beans and cheese for only $1.89. As Sapicki takes a strike at the knee, 0-1. Dip your burrito babies in your favorite hot sauce or sour cream. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. They've turned 130, making the total donation $650. The pitch is high for a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. On left-handed hitting, Matt Sapicki. Middlebrook ready. On the belt, the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. The flag down on a diving effort by Sorensen, who gets up and throws to first, but not in time. Jack stumbled a bit after making the diving stop to try to get up. But a great effort on his part goes for naught, and now the Trappers are really in business with runners at first and third with nobody out. And the batter will be Luis Ortiz, who bounced into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. I guess at this point in time, being only the 4th inning, the Stingers would go ahead and try to turn 2 on a similar ground ball and exchange the 2 outs for the 1 run. That would put Edmonton ahead. So Pascucci at third, Sapicki at first. Middlebrook ready, the pitch. Strike, the fastball on the outside corner to knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Ortiz has not faced Middlebrook prior to this. Here's a swing and a one-hopper back to the mound. He looks the runner back to third, throw to second for the out, throw back to the plate, and save as Nieves leaned back out of the way and then reached out for the tag. Oh, they had a great play set up where Middlebrook held the runner Pascucci at third, then tossed to second for the force out. Sorensen's throw beat Pascucci to the plate. But as Nieves caught it, he leaned back out of the way and then reached out with a tag, and Pascucci got his foot in underneath. So it was a fielder's choice and a run batted in for Ortiz. If Nieves holds his ground, they get the out easily. Easy for me to say with a 6'6", 235-pounder barreling down at me. Or at him. But it's 1-0 Edmonton. And a runner at first base with one out and a strike in the outside corner. 0-1 to Brian Harris, who flied out to center field his first time up. No balls, one strike. Middlebrook ready, the pitch. In at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Well, that play was there. Heads up play by both Middlebrook holding the runner and Sorensen coming to the plate with his throw. No balls, two strikes the count on Brian Harris. Now Middlebrook's pitch. Fastball high, and it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes the count on the left-hand batter. Brian Harris, a switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Middlebrook. Harris originally drafted by the Phillies in 1997 out of Indiana. Now the pitch, long on, that sliced down the left field line, heading towards the corner and going foul into the Edmonton bullpen. The count remains 1-2 on Harris. Runner at first, one out, a run in. Trappers leading 1-0 here in the fourth. Trappers, with a win, would clinch the season series. They've already wrapped up the all-time series, leading 73-67 with just this and two other games to go. One ball, two strikes the count on Brian Harris as Middlebrook delivers. A fastball low, and that evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Randy Knorr, the designated hitter, is due next. Again, the infield double play depth behind Middlebrook as the 2-2 comes home. Jackknife out of the way, and an inside pitch does Harris, and the count's full at 3-2. Although it didn't miss by that much from being a strike. Underway at Anaheim, Shannon Stewart's led off the game with a home run off Aaron Seeley. Twins lead the Angels 1-0. Three balls, two strikes the count on Harris. Now Middlebrook ready, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Runner doesn't go, and it's drilled through the middle and into center field, a base hit. Taking the turn is Ortiz, but he'll hold at second base as that one almost took the head off of Jason Middlebrook as that one ripped right through the middle. So 2 on, 1 out. The batter will be Randy Knorr, who flied out to Shane Halder in right field his first time up. So 2 on, 1 out. As the Trappers look for more here in the fourth. Now Middlebrook ready. The pitch. Low and outside off the glove of the catcher Nieves. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. Runner at second base Ortiz. Brian Harris over at first. Not a whole lot of speed on the base paths right now for the Trappers. The infield once again at double play depth. Now the 1-0. Swinging a one-hopper back to Middlebrook. Throws to second. That's one. Sorensen's relay. That's two. 1-6-3 double play to get out of the inning without any more damage being done. 1 run scores on 3 hits. No errors and 1 runner left. This was an inning that Middlebrook should have gotten out of without any runs being scored. After 4 complete, though, it's now Edmonton 1 and Salt Lake nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out of here!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Pop, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play.
$1,000 becomes $3,000 on all 04 Camrys. And your $500 becomes $1,500 on all 05 Camrys. And the new double play on all 04 Solaris, you put $1,500 down, and all Toyota will match it for a total of $3,000 down.
Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the fifth inning. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of Edmonton now. Brian Gordon, Alex Pelaez, and Gary Johnson do up to face right-hander Doug Sessions, who now has a 1-0 lead to work with. Brian Gordon grounded out to the second baseman Brian Harris, his first time up. The pitch from Sessions, and Gordon takes low, ball one. 1-0 the count. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Edmonton defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Matt Sapicki in left, Brandon Watson in center, Valentino Pascucci in right as Gordon swings and he pops it up into left field. Matt Sapicki, the left fielder, capped underneath it. And he'll put the squeeze on it for out number one. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who bounced out to third his first time up. Brendan Harris at third, Anthony Medrano at short, Brian Harris at second, and Luis Ortiz at first. The battery of Doug Sessions pitching, and John Wilson catching. Mentioned earlier when Brian Gordon was at the plate the first time about the power outage that took place here on July 2nd, causing a postponement and a doubleheader to be played yesterday. Here's Pelaez rocketing one on one hop to short. Backhanded by Medrano to throw across in plenty of time to get Alex. Hit the ball hard, but right on one hop to Medrano. That's two away. It'll bring up Gary Johnson, retired on a comebacker to the mound his first time up. So he might have another power outage tonight. No, there wasn't a thunderstorm that rolled in. But Brian Gordon, during batting practice, hit a home run that hit the power line about the same spot where the lightning bolt did back on that day, but fortunately no sparks, no flames, no outage. Pitch to Gary Johnson on the way. A strike at the knees, 0-1 in the inside corner. Brian's home run in batting practice did not have the same clout that a lightning bolt did. Swing and a miss. Johnson out in front of a changeup, and the count's 0-2. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for Edmonton. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Now the line by Sessions, the 0-2. Swing and a miss and a pitch to the dirt. Drop third strike. Wilson up with it. And he throws to first to get Johnson. Second strikeout for Doug Sessions. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's Edmonton 1, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, My name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the fifth, still 1-0 in favor of Edmonton. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Trappers. John Wilson to start things off for Edmonton here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Jason Middlebrook's first pitch, the fastball high, ball one. Wilson singled to right his first time up. Now Middlebrook ready, the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Barry Johnson in left, Brian Gorton in center. Shane Halter in right. We'll give you the infield after the pitch. And it's a little bit low, ball three. 3-0 the count. Dallas McPherson at third. Zach Sorensen at short. Alex Pelaez at second. And Casey Kotzman is at first. The battery of Jason Middlebrook pitching and Will Nieves catching. 3 balls, no strikes to count on right-handed hitting John Wilson. Now the 3-0 delivery. Down the middle at the knees is striking at 3-1. Former teammate of, that wouldn't be a teammate. It was a little bit later than that. Jason was. The pitch on the way. Swung on and sliced foul out of plate on the right field side. 3-2. Tony Gwynn will have his number retired by the Padres on September the 4th. Padres announced that Twins number 19 will join the other retired numbers, Dave Winfield, Randy Jones, and Steve Garvey. 3-2 payoff pitch, and Wilson clubs one up the alley in right center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way to the wall. Wilson on his way to second. He's going to take the turn and hold there. It's a leadoff double for John Wilson, his fifth hit of the night, or fifth double of the year, I should say. His second hit of the night. And now the Trappers have a runner at second base and nobody out. The batter will be Brandon Watson, is fly to center and bunted to the first baseman Kotzman for an out. He's 0 for 2. So the double is the sixth hit of the ball game for Edmonton. Runner at second base, nobody out. They look to add their 1-0 lead. Middlebrook's pitch. Watson swings and lines one foul down the left field side over towards the Edmonton bullpen for strike one. No balls, 1 strike to count. And the Stingers back home on Monday night to open up the final home series of the season, a 4-gamer against Tucson. Here's a pitch, driven past McPherson into left field, a base hit. On to third base goes Wilson. Watson at first with a single. And now there are runners at first and third with nobody out. The batter will be Anthony Medrano. Medrano 0 for 2 with a walk. So now the Trappers on the verge of busting this one wide open. With 2 on, runners at first and third, and nobody out. Yeah, he's not going to. The runners at first and third, nobody out. Stingers trailing by a score of 1-0. Making my nightly contribution to Little League Baseball in Alberta. Now the pitch on the way, and it's in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. 11 years of coming up here and has never won the 50-50, whether it was here, Tucson, Vancouver, Calgary. I don't think there are any other cities that we've played. The 0-1 pitch on the way, just a little bit low. On the outside corner, the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Edmonton in the 5th, but they have runners at first and third with nobody out. Middlebrook ready, the 1-1. Swung on and lifted foul. First base side out of play, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lightning to the southwest here, but I believe that storm is sliding away from us. Went from northwest, going northwest to southeast, but it's going to miss Telus Field to the southwest. 1-2 the count on Medrano. The pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did on a breaking ball. Strike 3. First strikeout for Jason Middlebrook, and it came at a very opportune time. So 1 out. Now the batter, Brendan Harris, to third base, and he's lined to short and flied to right field. Now a double play ball could get the Stingers out of the inning. They've already turned 2 on the infield in this game. A 4-6-3 double play with runners at first and second and nobody out in the second. And then the 1-6-3 double play with runners at first and second and 1 out of the 4th. Runner at third base, Wilson. Watson over at first. Middlebrook ready. The pitch. Low, ball 1. They do have to keep an eye on Watson over at first, though. He has 20 stolen bases. He's been thrown out 7 times. One ball, no strikes. Middlebrook ready. The 1-0. Swing and a foul back into the screen. That evens the count at 1-1. Now some legal hardball being played possibly in the nation's capital as far as baseball is concerned. If Northern Virginia is chosen over Washington as the new home of the Montreal Expos, D.C. could pass legislation that would ban the team from RFK Stadium, leaving them basically nowhere to go. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Fake to third, look to first, but nobody bid on it. And the new ballpark wouldn't open until 2007 or 2008 at the earliest, so they would need a temporary home. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on right-handed hitting Brendan Harris. Middlebrook to throw to first, and Watson dives back in safely. 1-0 Edmonton. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And the infield double play depth for the AstroTurf. The outfield straight away. Now Middlebrook ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball lifted in the air towards left. Gary Johnson back will make the catch. Tagging at third is Wilson, and he'll come on in to score. As the throw goes to second base, it's a sacrifice fly. And a run batted in for Brendan Harris, and it's 2-0 Edmonton. So Harris drives in his 54th run of the year, his second of this series. So now it's a 2-0 Edmonton lead with a runner at first, 2 out for Valentino Pascucci, who walked in the second, doubled and scored in the 4th. Now here's Valentino Pascucci in his second full year here in Edmonton. Now the right-hander ready. The pitch from Middlebrook, low and away, ball 1. He gave us quickly out of his crouch, ready for a possible pickoff throw to first, but Watson was scrambling back, and so no throw was made. 1 ball, the count on Pascucci. That wind that was blowing in earlier non-existent as Old Glory, the Maple Leaf, hangs limp on the flagpoles and left as Middlebrook throws over towards first again. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Pascucci. The Trappers leave at the end of the season. It'll leave Ottawa as the only Canadian-based AAA team. At one time, there were 4. There's a pitch, fastball high and away, ball 2, but Vancouver relocated to Sacramento in 2000. Last year, the Calgary Cannons became the Albuquerque Isotopes. Next year, the Edmonton Trappers will become the Round Rock Express, leaving the Ottawa Lynx. There's been questions as to whether that team will stay in Canada's nation's capital. Poor management and bad weather have killed that franchise. It got off to such a great start. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Pascucci with Watson at first. Dividing the attention of Jason Middlebrook right now. The 2-0. Breck on the outside corner of the belt. 2-1. Unfortunately for everybody here, that thunderstorm is passing to the south and west of the ballpark, and unless it makes a turn, will stay dry. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The pitch, there goes the runner. The pitch is strike. The throw to second base on the money, and out at second base on a head first slide is Brandon Watson. That'll be a caught stealing 2-4 as Watson's retired to end the inning. 1 run, though, on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on the base paths. And so, after 5 complete, it's now Edmonton 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you're looking for some breakthrough, let go, get a fresh and get it hot. Taco Maker has the best brew. Let go, we know you've been a lot. Hey!
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh and get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Wow, I said it 3 times. That's because you get 3 crisp bean burrito babies in every order for only $1.89. Or make it a combo meal and add hot tater jams or an ice-cold 32-ounce drink for only $3.99.
Taco Maker, Taco Maker, fresh and get it hot. Make fresh.
Imaging Concepts of Utah invites you to help grant a child's wish. Sponsor the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Utah through the Cartridges for Kids program. Recycle your empty inkjet, laser, fax, or copier cartridges, or use cell phones with Imaging Concepts of Utah. The Make-A-Wish Foundation receives 100% of the proceeds, and there's no cost to participate. Call Imaging Concepts of Utah at 866-COPY. That's 866-2679 to schedule a pickup for your empty cartridges.
Now, back to more Steelers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We head to the 6th inning now here at Telus Field in Edmonton. Steve Plofsky with you as the Trappers lead the Stingers by a score of 2-0. It'll be the top of the order due up for the Stingers. Zach Sorensen, Shane Halter, and Casey Kotzman to face right-hander Doug Sessions, who has nothing on his line-by-line. The best start he's had since his first start back on April the 11th. There's a pitch foul back behind home plate, strike 1, when he allowed no runs on 2 hits in 5 innings on April the 11th at Iowa as a member of the New Orleans Zephyrs. 5 innings, he allowed 5 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. And Sorensen chops one toward short. Medrano charges, takes the shoulder high bounce, and throws out the run to first in time for the out. Sorensen's 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Shane Halter, who reached out an infield single. His first time up, or I should say his last time up, as Brendan Harris got a glove on his diving effort, deflecting into the short center. Halter tried to get an extra base out of it, but was thrown out easily at second base. Time now also to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight at the PCL and Major League Baseball. First pitch to Halter, breaking ball outside of the knees, ball 1. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Curveball into the dirt. 2-0 the count on Halter. It's a final at Nashville. The Sounds rout New Orleans 13-2. Omaha has taken a 6-3 lead in the 8th against Iowa. Colorado Springs leading Albuquerque 4-0 in the 4th. The Sky Sox win and the Cubs lost, and Colorado Springs is within 3 of Iowa. There's a swing and a pop foul coming at behind home plate. And bouncing around in the seats. And the count's 2-1 on Shane Halter. After one at Oklahoma, no score after a rain delay. Memphis and the Red Hawks. Fresno leads at Las Vegas 1-0 after one. Tucson at Sacramento, Portland at Tacoma later. 2-1 to Halter. Low it inside the right-hand batter for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Now the pitch. Halter swings and fouls back another over the roof and out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Halter trying to get on and get something going here in the 6th with 1 out. 3-2 payoff pitch from Sessions. Drilled into center field, a base hit. Late on the second hop and fumbled around by Watson, but Halter will stay at first. He's 2 for 3. Now the ball gets away on the infield, but again he'll hold his ground. Hit number 6 for the Stingers. We have 1 on with 1 out for Casey Kotzman, who's 1 for 2. Single to center field, his last time up. The American League, they're in the 7th in Texas. The Rangers lead Baltimore 6-2. Miguel Tejada, after going hitless in Oakland, has homered for the Orioles in that one. Now Sessions ready to pitch. Kotzman takes a slow curve over for a strike. 0-1. Kansas City nothing, Seattle nothing after 2 at Safeco. Tampa Bay has scored 4 in the 2nd off Mark Redmond. They're still batting, leading the A's 4-1. Twins, meanwhile, lead at Anaheim 2-0 after an inning and a half. Now the 0-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. Shannon Stewart leading off the ball game, put the Twins ahead with a home run. They just added another run in the 2nd inning. Boston beat Detroit 5-3, but the Yankees held on to edge Toronto 8-7. Throw to first, and Halter is back. And Cleveland scored 5 in the 1st and coasted to a 6-3 win over the White Sox. National League, Arizona just scored in the top of the 11th on an RBI single by Alex Cintron. Here's Kotzman swinging, chopping one to second. Harris has it, flips to Medrano for 1 to first for 2. 4-6-3 double play ends the inning here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base after 5.5. It's Edmonton 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
It's a great day at Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, Utah's #1 Nissan dealer. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Mark from accounting. Can I talk with Sean?
Oh, sorry. Sean is busy high-fiving a customer on their purchase of a new 2004 Nissan. They just saved $6,200.
What? $6,200 off?
Yeah, and gas for a year. Oh, wait, now he's singing happy birthday to Mr. Jeffers. He just saved up to $3,500 on a great used vehicle because it's his birthday and all.
Okay, I can handle this. As long as we're not matching down payments up to $3,000.
Oh, yeah, $3,000 on any new or used vehicle. All makes, all models. You know, Tim Valley Nissan of Murray will do whatever it takes.
Oh.
And, Mark, we're giving tires for life with every purchase.
For life?
Yep, plus no payments for 90 days. Plus 0% financing OAC. Hello? Mark? Hello?
Whatever it takes to put you in a new or used vehicle this week. Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, 4528 South Bay.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Well, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Still a 2-0 ball game in favor of Edmonton. Trappers in their half of the sixth will have Valentino Pascucci, Matt Zapicki, and Luis Ortiz, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Pascucci was at the plate when Brandon Watson was thrown out, trying to steal to end the inning. So Valentino Pascucci to lead things off here in the bottom of the sixth against Jason Middlebrook. Finish up that scoreboard for you here in just a moment. Pitch on the way, and it's a strike to the outside corner to the knees, 0-1. Yeah, we mentioned Alex Cintron RBI single, putting Arizona ahead 4-3 in the 11th inning at Cincinnati. The breaking ball low, and it evens the count at 1-1. Braves just finished off the Giants, 5-3 the final. Garrett Wright now 13-6. John Smoltz his 35th save. 1-1 curveball, strike called on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Houston crushed the Cubs this afternoon, 15-7. It was St. Louis winning 8-5 at Pittsburgh. Jim Edmonds a pair of home runs, his 34th and 35th of the year. Phillies down Milwaukee 6-1. It was Montreal pounding San Diego 10-3. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Pascucci bounces one up the middle. The shortstop Sorensen handles it on the knee-high hop and throws to first for the out. So Pascucci retired, one away. That'll bring up Matt Zapicki, who's 2 for 2 with a single to right and an infield single on a diving stop by Zach Sorensen up the middle, but he could not get the throw over to first in time. The Mets scored 6 in the first and rout Los Angeles 9-2, and Florida shuts out Colorado 3-0. There's a pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 to Zapicki. Middlebrook through 5 1/3 has allowed 7 hits, 2 runs. They're both third. He has struck out 1 and walked 2. There's a shot pulled down the right field line, but foul into the Stingers bullpen. Counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Now the pitch, swung on, line towards right, and losing it in the lights is Shane Halder, and it drops in front of him. He was coming in, looked like he had it all the way, but then he peeled back and turned his back to the infield to avoid getting hit. So runner at first, 1 out as Zapicki gets his 3rd hit of the ball game, and that's hit number 8 for Edmonton. So 1 on, 1 out for Luis Ortiz, who drove in a run to the fielder's choices last time up. Middlebrook ready, and the pitch instead the turn of the toss to first, and Zapicki dives back in safely. Field back. The pitch. Bringing a double play, ball to short. Sorensen's got it. The underhand toss to Pelaez for 1. The relay to first in time for a double play. That is the 3rd double play on a ground ball turned by the Stingers tonight. And another $5 is donated to the United Way, courtesy of the Taco Maker. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base, and through 6. It's Edmonton 2, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
This is Scott Forster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate you choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at alphamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where DenPro Colors comes along. DenPro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DenPro. That's 877-DenPro. DenPro Colors, automotive excellence.
Dallas McPherson leading things off. Grounds one just foul outside the bag at first. 0-1 the count on Dallas. He's 1 for 2. He singled to center and fly to left field. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Edmonton. No runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Trailing 2-0 here in the 7th inning. Bud Sessions ready to go. The pitch. Swing and a pop foul. Third base side. That's going to make its way into the seats. The count's 0-2. Sessions has never gone beyond 6 innings in a start this year. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. To keep cool this summer and warm next winter, visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball low. The count on McPherson's 1-2. Tim Adam Rick had his 20-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. Having the day off today, here's the 1-2 pitch. McPherson grounds another one foul outside the bag at first, so it's still 1-2. Team-wise, Colorado Springs has won 3 in a row. And 7 of 10. Omaha, Oklahoma, and Tacoma have also all won 7 of 10. Again, the 1-2 to McPherson. Line toward third. A diving grab by Harris to take a hit away. A rocket off the bat of McPherson going the other way, and Brendan Harris diving to his right, parallel the ground, makes the backhand stab, and that is our Anything's Possible defensive play of the game. Brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Highway robbery by Brendan Harris over at third. A couple of great plays he's made in this series over there. Now the pitch to Andres Galarraga is a breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. Galarraga 1 for 2. Single to center his last time up. Boy, what a play. That would have been the great start to the inning for the Stingers. Here's Galarraga lifting one off the end of his bat toward left. Zipicki about 10 feet in front of the warning track makes the catch. Galarraga didn't get all of that at all. That went off the end of his bat. The 2 outs, that'll bring up Wilmy Amos, who's 1 for 2. On the cold side, in the PCL, Albuquerque's lost 3 in a row and 8 of 10. And Fresno has also lost 8 of 10. The Edmonton Ball Club has lost 7 of 10. 2 out, nobody on for Wilmy Amos. Stingers trailing 2-0 here in the 7th. Pitch, curveball, low, ball 1. Angels scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They've tied the Twins now at 2-2 after 2. Now the 1-0 pitch to Will. Swing and a miss at a changeup. The Amos way out in front of it. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Now Sessions ready. The pitch. Up high. Fastball, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-0 Stingers. They've been out hit 8-6. Pitch. Swinging a foul right at the feet of the catcher Wilson. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. and lightning all around, but it's all to the south of the ballpark, and I think it's staying there. Now the 2-2 to the Avis. Swung on line to the left center field, a base hit. Racing over to cut it off is Watson. His momentum taking him away from the play, and that's going to allow Will to go to second base and get a two-bagger out of this. That's his 20th double of the year. It comes, though, with 2 outs. But it does give the Stingers a runner in scoring position, and that'll bring up Brian Gordon. Gordon has grounded a second and fly to left field. So 2 out, a runner at second base. Sessions ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Sessions with a glance back towards Will at second, the pitch. Earth ball low and inside to the left-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards left just a bit. The 1-1 pitch. Gordon swings and pulls one on the ground just inside the bag at first. Ortiz will take it 4 steps to the bag for the out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Edmonton, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations, Salt Lake, Orem, and Lincoln. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's Edmonton 2, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
Your dog eats your new sofa. Pet satisfaction rating 3%. Your hairdresser doesn't know burnt auburn from burnt toast. Hair color satisfaction rating 5%. After years of marriage, your husband still leaves the seat up. Spouse satisfaction rating minus 2%. Your car insurance company saves you hundreds of dollars and handles your claim quickly and fairly. Car insurance satisfaction rating 97%. Oh, you must have Geico.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico. 1-800-947-AUTO.
Hey, Carousel here with 1-800-CALL-MTT for collect calls on my new show, The Dating Call, where I get to choose from 3 lovely girls. Okay, lady number 1, what do you think of when I say dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT?
I think of little cuddly puppy.
Right. Okay, lady number 2.
It's free for you and cheap for them.
Cue the music, we got a winner. Come on, number 2.
You need to make a collect call? Just dial down the center with 1-800-CALL-ATT and save on every call.
Savings versus dialing 0 with MCI Burger Safe Phones.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence. Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go at the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Brian Harris, Randy Knorr, and John Wilson due up to face right-hander Jason Middlebrook, with the Trappers leading the Stingers by a score of 2-0. Just in case Jason run into some difficulty here, Joel Peralta is starting to throw in the right field bullpen. And the Trappers getting a run in the 4th and a run in the 5th, and that's been it for either side in this ball game. And nothing but goose eggs up on the board on the Stingers side. Here's Brian Harris to lead things off against Middlebrook. Harris 1 for 2 with a single to center field his last time up. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors at Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. And Dent Pro will donate $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. First pitch to Brian Harris, into the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. Stingers have swiped 83 bases this year, making the total donation to this point $415. So 1 strike the count on Brian Harris, leading things off for Edmonton here in the 7th. Now the line by Middlebrook, the pitch. Outside of the knees, a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Harris, Knorr, and Wilson, the bottom third of Dave Hufford's batting order, due up. Now the pitch swung on, and it's popped up. Left side of the infield, McPherson behind the bag at third in fair territory. 1 foot on the carpet, 1 foot on the grass, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Harris retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Randy Knorr. 0 for 2. Line to right in the third, bounced into an inning-ending 1-6-3 double play his last time up. The 1 out, base is empty. The pitch. Knorr grounds 1 up the middle. Again, Sorensen to his left, scoops it up on the short hop that time and throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th. That'll bring up John Wilson, who's 2 for 2. He's singled and doubled. He has scored a run. Stingers in the 8th will have Pelaez, Johnson, and Sorensen due up, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. So 2 outs, base is empty for Edmonton here in the 7th. The pitch. Rolling outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Twins and Angels tied 2-2 in the 3rd. Minnesota, though, with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Going bunt is Wilson. He takes high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Angels have won 8 in a row heading into today's play. There's a swing and a fastball to foul back into the screen. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the line by Middlebrook, the 2-1. Line on 1 hop to second. Flag down by Pelaez on a tough hop, and the throw to first for the out. That one came up quickly on Alex, but he stayed with it. And for the first time since the first inning, Jason Middlebrook offers a true 3 up, 3 down inning. We move to the 8th. It remains Edmonton 2, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty. Special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off. Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As Region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
I'm starting to run out on the Stingers' chances here in the ball game as we go to the 8th, trailing 2-0 for the Stingers. It'll be Alex Pelaez, Gary Johnson, and Zach Sorensen due up to face right-hander Doug Sessions, who's already gone 7 innings, a season high. So he has kept his pitch count, at a minimum. So here's Pelaez. He's grounded out twice, once to third and once to short. Last time up, he scalded the ball on 1 hop, but Anthony Medrano able to stay with it out at shortstop and make the play and throw to first for the out. Sessions delivers, and it's right down the middle for a strike. And the count on Felias is 0-1. They're underway at Tacoma. No score after 3 between the Rainiers and the Beavers. Now the 0-1. Playing a ground foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third. And the count on Alex, 2 balls and no strike, or rather no balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget to be on the lookout each and every game for the Geico Insurance Run of the game. The first time the Stingers extend their lead after the 5th inning. That's the Geico Insurance Run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund. His Sessions curveball bounces in, and the count's 1-2. So far, there have been 40 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $400. Now the 1-2. Fastball outside of the knees, 2-2. Danny Ruckel throwing down to the Edmonton bullpen along the left field line. Rappers leading 2-0 here in the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Elias swings and misses. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Sessions, and there's 1 down here in the 8th. That'll bring up Gary Johnson, who's 0 for 2. Bounced back to the mound in the 3rd. Struck out swinging in the 5th. Twins had that bases loaded 1-out situation, but Corey Koski lined into a double play to end the inning, so the Twins and the Angels still tied 2-2 in the 3rd. Pitch to Johnson, grounded through the right side and into right field, a base hit. So Johnson aboard with a 1-out single. That will be the 8th hit of the ball game for the Stingers. So 1 on, 1 out. The batter will be Zach Sorensen, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out to short his last time up. Got to think that Sessions has got to be about the end of the line pretty soon here, but again, he still looks sharp. But he napped on past 6 innings prior to this start. Pitch on the way, and Sorensen takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And Oakland trailing Tampa Bay 6-3 in the 3rd. Mark Redmond already knocked out of that ball game for Oakland. The 0-1. Low curve, misses outside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. Texas leading Baltimore. It's now, though, a 6-4 ball game. Orioles have scored twice in the 8th. They still have 2 men on. Now the 1-1. Sorensen grounds 1 to first on his knees. Ortiz has it. Throws to second base, and on the bounce, he is safe at second base as the throw. Paul Medrano off the bag. Ortiz touched first base to get the out there. And the throw bounced in, and that kept the shortstop Medrano from being able to apply the tag on Johnson. So 3 unassisted on the put out on Sorensen. 2 outs. A runner in scoring position for Shane Halter, who's 2 for 3. Single to center field, his last time up. Sessions delivers, and it's a fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Johnson out at second with 2 down. The right-hander ready. Sessions delivers. That one bounces by the catcher Wilson, and on to third base goes Gary Johnson. That'll be a wild pitch charge to Sessions, and that's his first of the year at AAA. So the count on Halter, 1 ball and 1 strike, and the Stingers' potential first run is 90 feet away with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Halter as the hitter steps out of the batter's box as the catcher Wilson goes out to the mound to have a quick word with Sessions. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Shane. The outfield shaded toward right. Breeze has picked up a bit. It's blowing in. Pitch, curveball, and Halter couldn't hold up on his swing in time. The count's 1-2. Joel Peralta back up in the Stingers bullpen, so it's likely we'll see him in the bottom of the 8th. Now the pitch, curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees, and Halter can't believe it. And he leaves his bat and helmet at home plate at disgust. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still Edmonton 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
trapped in your old car?
Help!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Oh, my dog! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play.
$1,000 becomes $3,000 on all 04 Camrys. And $500 becomes $1,500 on all 05 Camrys. And the new double play on all 04 Solaris, you put $1,500 down, and all Toyota will match it for a total of $3,000 down.
Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We head to the bottom of the eighth. Stingers trailing by a score of 2-0, and right-hander Joel Peralta comes on to make his 35th appearance in relief for the Stingers. He's 4-2 with a 4.94 ERA and 1 save. PCL batting .291 against the right-hander Joel Peralta, who will face the top of the Edmonton order. Peralta, no decisions, had an ERA over 14 in 4 appearances against the Trappers this year. Brandon Watson, 1-3, the pitch. In at the knees, the strike in its own 1. Solid outing for Jason Middlebrook. 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs earned, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Unless the Stingers rally in the ninth, he'll be pinned with a loss. Here's a breaking ball, low and inside, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time now to look ahead at the Stingers' schedule, brought to you by University of Utah Football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. 1-1 pitch to Watson, off speed and over for a strike, 1-2. Season tickets are still available at 581-UTIX or online at UtahUtes.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now Peralta ready, the 1-2. Watson swings and misses. He struck him out on a splitter. So 1 down here in the 8th. Second strikeout for Stingers pitching in the ball game. Brings up Anthony Medrano, who's 0 for 2 plus a walk. Well, the Stingers tomorrow night, it'll be a 7:05 start once again. It'll be Jake Woods going against the starter to be determined. Scott Downs being called up to Montreal and getting the win tonight for the Expos over San Diego as Peralta pours in a fastball high, ball 1. And Sunday at 1:35, it'll be Chris Butchek going for the Stingers against right-hander Wilt Chavez. Now the pitch, straight the fastball in the outside corner at the knees. Or excuse me, not Chavez, but Jeremy Robertson will get the start. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's Peralta's delivery, and that's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit more. Hopefully it's not blowing a shower in. And the Stingers return home on Monday. Scott Dunn goes against Tucson right-hander Matt Henry. There's a pitch, popped up, shallow right. Pelaez racing out, and towards the line makes the catch. For out number 2 as the wind trying to take that away from him towards the foul line. The 2 out, that'll bring up Brendan Harris. Drove in a run, a big insurance run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Stingers will have Kochman, McPherson, and Galarraga 2 up. In the ninth. 7 o'clock starts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the final home series of the season for the Stingers. Pitch on the way. Fastball driven in the air towards right. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. An opposite field home run for Brendan Harris, and it's 3-0 Edmonton. Peralta got the pitch away, and that's Harris's wheelhouse. He has hit 3 home runs against the Stingers this year, and they've all been to the opposite field and right. His 17th home run of the season and his 55th run batted in. But now it's a 3-run hill that the Stingers will have to try to climb in the ninth. That'll bring up Valentino Pascucci, who's 1 for 2. With a double and a run scored. Pitch on the way from Joel. A fastball outside of the knees. Ball 1. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball. That's over for a strike. And the count's even at 1-1. The home run is the 9th into the ball game for Edmonton. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pascucci. The pitch. Swaying a roller towards short. Sorensen gobbles it up, steps and throws to first. And that'll do it for the Trappers, but they get a run on 1 hit. A home run by Brendan Harris, and nobody left on base. We go to the ninth. It's Edmonton 3, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Rico Beltran on for the 9th inning now for Edmonton, making his 23rd appearance of the year, his 15th out of the pen. He's 2-2 with 2 saves and a 3.79 earned run average. DCL batting .279 against Beltran, who picked up the save in Game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. Casey Kochman, Dallas McPherson, and Andres Galarraga 2 up here in the 9th. Stingers now need 2 batters to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. Breaking ball into the knees to Kochman, and the count's 0-1. What a night for Doug Sessions, who came into this game 0-3 with an ERA nearly 8. The 0-1 pitch, fastball knee high in the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. He threw 8 shutout innings, allowed 8 hits, struck out 4, and did not walk a batter. He threw 1 wild pitch. Now the 0-2. Strike 3 called on a pitch that looked to be a half a foot inside. Kochman just standing there staring at the point on the ground in which he thought the pitch went over. Travis Reiniger must have a 10 o'clock dinner appointment. So 1 out of the 9th. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson robbed of a hit, possibly a double by a diving grab by Brendan Harris, the third baseman, who's done it all for Edmonton tonight. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike one. Beltran with some heat there. No balls, one strike. McPherson to third. Diving stop by Harris again on one hop. The throw to first in time for the out. Well, Dallas got to try another direction because he can't get anything past Harris, who's made two fine plays against McPherson tonight. And now the Stingers in danger of being shut out with 2 outs in the ninth. Here's Andres Galarraga. Stingers were last shut out 12-0 by Nashville. And Nelson Figueroa on the 28th of July. Pitch to the big cat is in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. For the Edmonton pitching staff, this would be their third shutout of the season. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, and Galarraga was way out in front of it. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Curveball inside as Galarraga jackknifes to get out of the way. One ball, 2 strikes the count on the big cat. Next pitch misses low for a ball. And so now the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Will Nieves is due next. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to our right. So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, 2 out. Stingers trailing 3-0 here in the ninth. The pitch. He struck him out with a changeup, and the ball game is over. Rigo Beltran comes on in the ninth inning and retires the side. 1-2-3, 0 across with a couple of strikeouts, one at the end for Little Flair. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The final score, the Edmonton Trappers 3 and the Salt Lake Stingers 0. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
It's a great day at Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, Utah's #1 Nissan dealer. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Mark from accounting. Can I talk with Sean?
Oh, sorry. Sean is busy high-fiving a customer on their purchase of a new 2004 Nissan. They just saved $6,200.
What? $6,200 off?
Yeah, and gas for a year. Oh, wait, now he's singing happy birthday to Mr. Jeffers. He just saved up to $3,500 on a great used vehicle because it's his birthday and all.
Okay, I can handle this. As long as we're not matching down payments up to $3,000.
Oh, yeah, $3,000 on any new or used vehicle. All makes, all models. You know, Tim Valley Nissan of Murray will do whatever it takes.
Oh.
And, Mark, we're giving tires for life with every purchase.
For life?
Yep, plus no payments for 90 days. Plus 0% financing OAC. Hello? Mark? Hello?
Whatever it takes to put you in a new or used vehicle this week. Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, 4528 South State.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Edmonton, where the Stingers were unable to get a run up on the board. They were shut out tonight by the Trappers by a final score 3-0. Their blanks the Stingers were for the first time in almost a month. It was on July 28th when Nelson Figueroa threw the complete game shutout against the Stingers for Nashville in a 12-0 final. Here are the totals on tonight's game here for Edmonton. 3 runs on 9 hits. They don't commit an error, and they left 4 men on base. For the Stingers, no runs on 8 hits, no errors, and they left 5 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Doug Sessions, now 1-3. The losing pitcher, Jason Middlebrook, 7-8. Rigo Beltran, with that 1-2-3 ninth inning, records his 3rd save of the season. Time of the game, a snappy 2 hours, 4 minutes. The paid attendance, 5,821. The Stingers getting some great pitching from Middlebrook with some good defense behind him. 3 double plays turned behind Jason in the ball game. But the Stingers just couldn't get anything generated offensively against Doug Sessions, who again came in with an ERA of almost 8. But he shut out the Stingers for 8. Rigo Beltran able to finish things off. Brendan Harris with a big game. He was 1 for 3, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 5th, a solo homer in the 8th, and he made a couple of great plays, including one that's our anything's possible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Again, the 1-2 to McPherson. Line toward third, and a diving grab by Harris to take a hit away. A rocket off the bat of McPherson going the other way, and Brendan Harris diving to his right, parallel the ground, makes the backhand stab, and that is our anything's possible defensive play of the game. Brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Gus Paulus may be short, but his selection of quality used cars sure isn't. Visit his new used car dealership at Jordan Landing. As Edmonton wins it tonight by a final score of 3-0, we'll come back and take a look at the other scores around baseball next on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
On the red tree, on the red tree, you can judge your book by its cover. Don't you say every page has got what you need. You can judge your book by its cover.
When are Yellow Pages more than just Yellow Pages? When they're filled with money-saving coupons, menus to local restaurants, useful tips to help you plan weddings, recreation guides for skiing, scuba diving, golf, and just about everything else that's fun to do. Where do you find all of this? In any of the beautiful books, or should I say area information guides, published by Phone Directories Company. You know, the books with the beautiful colors. And the latest editions have just been delivered, so use those coupons in the back of the book to save money. And if you're a business owner, there's no better way to attract new customers and do it affordably. And if you've never advertised with us before, give us a call at 800-443-0801 and ask about our special offers. That's 800-443-0801. Remember, you can judge a book by its cover.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
And welcome back to Edmonton, where tonight the Trappers prevail by a final score of 3-0. Time now to find out what else happened under the lights tonight at PCL, as well as Major League Baseball. That's brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace hardware store. First of all, in the Pacific Coast League, Nashville scored 7 runs in the first inning and never looked back as they defeated New Orleans 13-2. Home runs for Nashville: Terry Shumpert, Alvarez, Luke Allen, Tomas De La Rosa, and Scott Sheldon. Omaha defeated Iowa 6-3. And Colorado Springs leads Albuquerque 6-2 in the 7th. So if the Sky Sox hang on, they're within 3 games of first place Iowa in the Central. In the 5th inning at Oklahoma, the Redbirds. And the Red Hawks are tied at 3. After 2 in Sacramento, the River Cats lead Tucson 1-0. After 3 at Tacoma, the Rainiers and the Beavers are scoreless. And after 2 at Las Vegas, 51 lead Fresno 3-1. Over in Major League Baseball in the American League, a final just in. Texas defeats Baltimore by a score of 6-4. Kansas City leads at Seattle 4-0 in the 5th. Castillo and DeJesus have homered for the Royals. Tampa Bay leading at Oakland by a score of 6-3. The Angels scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. A home run by Adam Kennedy, and Anaheim, looking for their 9th straight win, leads Minnesota by a score of 4-2. Finals, Boston down Detroit 5-3. It was the Yankees holding on to defeat Toronto 8-7. And Cleveland doubled up Chicago 6-3. In the National League in 11 innings, Arizona beat Cincinnati 4-3 on Alex Hitron's RBI single in the 11th. Atlanta topped San Francisco 5-3. Houston mauled the Cubs 15-7. It was St. Louis pounding Pittsburgh 8-5. A pair of home runs for Jim Edmonds, his 34th and 35th of the year. Philadelphia dumped Milwaukee 6-1. It was Montreal and the former Trapper Scott Downs getting the win as the Expos beat the Padres 10-3. The Mets down the Dodgers 9-2. New York scoring 6 runs in the first and coasting. And Florida shut out Colorado by a score of 3-0. Here tonight, it was the same score here, 3-0 the final. Edmonton a winner. We'll tell you how they got there after this on ESPN 1230.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As Region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. That's right, with an average of 4.3 smiles per customer, a whopping 5.7 bags per order, and a lightning 11 seconds per price check, Goodwill is setting new standards for grocery stores everywhere. Recruited by all of the nation's top grocers, Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. To meet Andy Goodwill or any of his teammates, visit any of the Associated Food Stores throughout Utah. For your family, only the best.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out of here!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play.
$1,000 becomes $3,000 on all 04 Camrys. And your $500 becomes $1,500 on all 05 Camrys. And the new double play on all 04 Solaris, you put $1,500 down, and all Toyota will match it for a total of $3,000 down.
Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15.
Back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
And welcome back to Edmonton, where the Stingers and the Trappers were locked in a 0-0 ball game until the 4th. But Valentino Pascucci led off with a double to right field. He moved to third on an infield single up the middle on a diving stop by Zach Sorensen, putting runners at first and third. with nobody out. Luis Ortiz had a comebacker to Middlebrook. He hesitated for a moment, looking past Pascucci back to third base, threw to second base to get the force on Zepicki. On the throw, Pascucci broke for the plate. The throw beat Pascucci, but Nieves, after catching the ball, kind of leaned back out of the way with his body and reached forward with his arm. That allowed Pascucci to get in under the tag to make it a 1-0 Edmonton lead. Then they would score again in the fifth with John Wilson delivering the leadoff double. Moving to third on a base hit to left by Brandon Watson. And after Anthony Medrano struck out swinging, Brendan Harris lifted a fly ball deep enough to left to deliver the run. Sacrifice fly, and it was 2-0 Edmonton. While the Stingers were still putting zeros up on the board, Trappers got a little more breathing room with 2 outs in the eighth, courtesy of that man Harris. Pitch on the way. Fastball driven in the air towards right. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. An opposite field home run for Brendan Harris, and it's 3-0 Edmonton. And that was the capper on the ball game as the Rigo Beltran comes in out of the bullpen and retires Kochman on a called third strike. McPherson grounded out to third, and Colorado went down swinging. And the Trappers had their shutout. They blanked the Stingers tonight by a final score of 3-0. We'll come back with our Stingers' most helpful player of tonight's game, as well as let you know who's going in tomorrow's contest after this on ESPN 1230.
Pick up in the front lot.
Oh, the world of credit. Why is it that a cathedral, a wave of a storm, a dancer's leap, and your credit score is never as high as we hope?
There was 120 really bad?
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minutes, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Hi, Mark Marine here with Marine Credit Systems. Here's what my car dealership does. The no-nonsense, no-decision doing business theory. I believe a customer should never have to make a decision. I believe it is my responsibility as the dealer to provide all the information and all of the explanations free of charge so you, the customer, can do what's obvious for you and your priorities. I want you to hear about it, I want you to understand it, and I think I'm obvious.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
On the red tree, you can judge a book by its cover. Why don't you check every page to guide what you need? You can judge a book by its cover.
When are Yellow Pages more than just Yellow Pages? When they're filled with money-saving coupons, menus for local restaurants, useful tips to help you plan weddings, recreation guides for skiing, scuba diving, golf, and just about everything else that's fun to do. Where do you find all of this? In any of the beautiful books, or should I say area information guides, published by Phone Directories Company. You know, the books with the beautiful covers. Now, the latest editions have just been delivered, so use those coupons in the back of the book to save money. And if you're a business owner, there's no better way to attract new customers and do it affordably. And if you've never advertised with us before, give us a call at 800-443-0801 and ask about our special offers. That's 800-443-0801. Remember, you can judge a book by its cover.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
And welcome back to Edmonton, where the Trappers shut out the Stingers tonight by a final score of 3-0. Time now for our Stingers Ace Hardware most helpful player of tonight's game. And that's going to go to Jason Middlebrook, who allowed only 2 runs on 7 innings. Started a 1-6-3 double play. Also started a nice play, at least it began as a nice play, in the 4th inning. Although a missed tag play at the plate cost the Stingers a run in that situation in the 4th inning. But Jason Middlebrook is our Stingers' most helpful player of tonight's game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place. So the first 4 games of this series have been split at 2 wins apiece. Game 5 comes your way tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 6:45 once again with the on-deck circle. 7:05 is our scheduled first pitch. It'll be left-hander Jake Woods going for the Stingers against the Edmonton starters, yet to be determined. So the Stingers will try to, once again, take a lead in this series, which again has been split now, 2 wins apiece for the Stingers and the Trappers. Edmonton, though, leading the season series now by a count of 9-5. That'll do it for tonight from Dallas Field here in Edmonton. Our thanks to Sammy Rideout and Lee Horton back in our studios in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in a snappy 2 hours, 4 minutes, and in front of 5,821, the final score. The Edmonton Trappers 3 and the Salt Lake Stingers nothing. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long for the phone booth.
Tenth Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.